Justin, now that it's official that we could get the sense from you Sunday locker room about Caden, just how tough is that?
Yeah, it's tough. He worked so hard, and obviously just being out here and being around him a little bit, and seeing him every day and seeing how hard he worked to get back, and I mean to have the type of camp that he had. It's tough, but he's in great spirits right now, and the guys are rallying and behind him, and I know he's going to attack this thing with the right mindset, and but it's tough.
You obviously missed quite a bit of time during camp. Did it feel totally normal? Did it take you a while to get up to speed on Sunday? How do you think it went?
It took a little time. There were some things that felt completely normal as well. You can never really. No matter how many times you go like hit a bag or you work on tackling with like the little tackle dummies that they have here. It's always going to be tough until you get your live reps. Like in a game, and that's why the preseason can be so valuable and things like that. So, but all in all, I felt pretty good.
Typically, when you lose a guy like Caden Sterns, a backup is then stepping in. But in this case, with Kareem right there, how beneficial is that where you don't have to build new chemistry with someone?
Yeah. No, that's super beneficial. And obviously there's so much that Kareem brings to the room in general. And so tough having Caden go down like that. And he was, a big part of our plan defensively and what we were going to do and how we were going to be able to do it. And, now as a collective whole, we're going to have to step up and fill that void because, Caden can do a lot of things for us. And so, no, it's a tough blow.
It was a struggle to get pressure this last week because of Garoppolo ball out or for whatever reason. Face a rookie quarterback now. Do you guys think on the back end, like, we're tight back here, our guys up front are going to get to this guy?
Yeah, no, for sure. Obviously with, Coach Bienemy heading over there, a lot of similarities of what we've seen, the past however many years, with Kansas City. And so, there will be some things that carry over. There will be some things that are new. And, we know if we can do our job in the back end, make them hold the ball, we have, more than enough talent up front for those guys to get after them a little bit. So that's obviously a big game plan.
Just when you looked at some of the third downs, what's the key to getting off the field on those big snaps?
Yeah, I think, for us, it's third down is just an all-encompassing thing. I think like you're talking about like third and short, obviously stopping the run game, even in third and mediums, for our front to be able to generate some rush, but then also for us to be able to be in tight coverage so that, forces a quarterback to go through his progressions, maybe hold on to the ball. And then the rush works in and of itself. You always say rush and coverage work together. And, you see a stat and you see no sacks. It doesn't mean that there wasn't any rush. Maybe there was just not as good as coverage or, vice versa. So you can never that's the interesting thing about stats. They don't always paint the picture. So I know in the back end, there are some things we can be better at. I think that'll help our front and, vice versa. So not worried about it.
Justin, the Players Union, in light of Aaron Rodgers' injury, is asking that all the fields be converted to grass. In your experience, you're playing, is there a difference playing on the turfs, the various different kinds of turfs and natural grass?
Yeah. No, there definitely is. I played on turf pretty much throughout most of my college career, and obviously a few games here and there. Played a few games at MetLife, and I just think for everything being like scientifically proven, right? You look at the numbers and you look at the stats, and everything is showing that you need to be playing on grass. And you need to be playing on. You don't need to be playing on artificial turf, and it's just proven. I'm not too knowledgeable in it, but I know soccer teams, they're coming over and they're playing, and we're removing that type of turf and putting in grass so that they can play, but then we're playing on it. And so I think the biggest thing is just like as a player and obviously as a fan of the game, it just sucks to see a guy, especially like all guys get hurt, but especially seeing Rodgers go down, and how talented he is, and it just you don't want to see that. So I'm in total favor of that as well.
Do you feel worse physically after a turf game than you would after a grass game?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, if you're week to week, if you're trying to, stay on top of your body with like little joint pains and, hamstring pulls or like whatever the case may be, just like every little compounded step, you may not feel it in the moment, you may not feel it till the next morning. But all that adrenaline and pain medicine or whatever you were taking eventually wears off and you feel it. And then, all of a sudden things happen. And I definitely can feel it, when I'm dealing with some type of nagging injury.
Justin, after the game, just chatting with you, you wouldn't have been surprised if you're going to get a fine for that play on Jimmy G. But then thanks to, I saw Nick Ferguson's tweets, looked like you hit Frank Clark, but maybe missed Jimmy. So
yeah,
do you let the league know about that, or you don't even worry about it? What was your reaction, I guess, when you saw the replay because of how fast it happened?
Yeah, no, I tend to be a pretty quiet guy on social media. I did see that someone sent it to me, a close friend of mine, and I guess great acting on Jimmy's end. But if I get a fine, I think anyone that watches that clip can tell that there was no force with the helmet. I hit his shoulder pad with my elbow, and I think the rest of, what I was aiming for ended up hitting either his back or Frank. And, those types of plays are so bang, bang, critical third down. I'm not really sure how close the yardage was, like in real time. And so, but I don't think, I don't make the rules, but I don't think it was fine worthy. And if it was, I'm sure, we'll do a good job with the appeal to that.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.